We did walk into the kitchen last week and saw his girlfriend with a huge dildo attached to her.
Oh my God.
Howdy hools, welcome back to the Daydream Arcade. As you can see, I am sitting very comfortably, and so should you, because today is going to be a very special episode. This is the very first time I've ever actually had somebody here in the room with me. This is my friend Ryan. He actually knows Brianna.
Me and Brianna met through now dead Mixer. I was going to say Nixer, and I was like, yeah.
This week on Spicy Reddit Stories, we're going to be reading stories from r/AmITheA, or as we say on the show, Am I the Weenie? Because it's fun. I don't know if you knew that, but we call assholes weenies on this show.
I think it's a lot nicer.
Yeah, it softens the blow.
Yeah.
All right, this first post was posted by WrongBasket6811. Am I the weenie for telling my mom she was an unwanted guest? My wife has had a stressful time at work and was looking forward to a vacation at her grandparents' cabin. She bought a few books she wanted to read, and I brought my fishing rod. She had no plans to entertain. My dad stopped by to go fishing. It was supposed to just be my dad stopping by for the day, but somehow my mom inserted herself, and I was shocked to see her. My mom bought stuff for lunch and dinner, and I tried to engage my wife into making dinner for all of us, and my wife said no. She's relaxing and reading. If my mom wanted to cook, that's my mom's prerogative. My dad and I get back late at the table, and my mom started to complain how she did all this herself. I looked at my wife, who just took her plate and ate in her room. My mom started to complain to me about it, and I told my mom, quote unquote, she technically was invited, and my wife had no expectations to entertain her in my wife's cabin while my wife is on vacation. My mom started saying, well, she wouldn't have came if she knew all that. I told my mom, next time, take the hint. If you aren't invited, don't come. My mom complained that my wife should have tried to be a gracious hostess, and I said maybe my mom should try not being an unwanted guest. This is a horror movie, The Unwanted Guest.
I haven't seen it, but I'm going to have to.
There's no gore.
This sounds like a horror movie.
Exactly. There's no slashing or killing or anything. It's just this one woman that was not invited to the party, and she just will not give up.
And she's making it everybody else's problem.
That's going to be the tagline at the end. She's making it everyone else's problem.
And it's just going to scare the Jesus out of us. People our age. And then old people are going to be like, it's not really a horror movie. Why can't they just be nicer to the poor mother? It's like, she wasn't invited.
Yeah. They want to go down to the beach, and they're packing everything up. It's a nice, beautiful morning, and they're getting the clothes off of the clothesline outside. As the bride's taking the sheets down, mom's right behind. And then it cuts to the audience's view, in the dark, the night vision.
Jesus, she's back. Was that the whole story?
That's the whole story. So, is OP the weenie?
If this has been which it sounds like it has been an issue in the past, you know that you're not wanted there. You were not invited on purpose. Don't go. Well, the mother wanted to go, and she wanted to make it everybody's problem. So then when she was like, "Oh, I cooked dinner and stuff," it like makes the other people seem ungrateful. It's like,
yeah, exactly. And you know it's going to be bad when one of the first things that she did was inconvenience dad going fishing.
Yeah, because now you're impeding on the plans that were already set up before you. It's like if she had just gone and she was like, "Oh, I'm just going to relax, nothing crazy, like go do your own stuff." Don't expect people to do stuff for you, because they're not gonna.
So this was actually...
Do you have any updates?
Not for this one.
Oh. Ooh.
I took a Pepsid like 20 minutes ago.
Are you kidding
And it hasn't
me?
kicked in yet.
You're like, burr, burr.
This is I'm going to be 30 next month. This is around the
Not
time
fun.
I
I'm
just started
31.
getting acid reflux this year. Well, actually no, that's not true. I had it briefly when I lived at my other apartment. And I mean, definitely it wasn't stress induced. I was eating like shit. I was eating terribly. When I figured out what Grubhub and DoorDash was.
You were just ordering all day.
Yeah,
Here's a little tip from your 31-year-old friend. If you lay on your left side when you go to sleep, you don't have acid reflux.
I get gassy.
Okay, well, you can't have it all. You can't have it all.
Yeah, no. So this was actually flagged as weenie.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they say why?
Let's take a look. Just to humor you,
I need to know.
there is a comment I'll read first that says that they're not.
Okay. Well, we need to hear both sides.
All right. From Gordy's Goodies, mate. Oh, wait, no, never mind. This is...
No, they called him the weenie. No.
I can't read, apparently. Oh,
Now that you said his name, we gotta do it.
All right. Your first paragraph tells you you're the weenie. Your wife has had a stressful time at work. The trip to the cabin is an escape for her. No finger lifting, no hosting. By the way, I'm not gonna vote. I'm so used to the camera being like right here. By the way, I'm not gonna be judging these ones. I'm letting the guests do it.
I'm gonna judge them very harshly.
One of the most recent episodes we did with our editor Will, and I came up literally right before we started the Discord call. I said, you know what? I'm going to do something chaotic. I'm going to judge every story, and I'm going to give it points on a very loosey-goosey reasoning. Like if I like something that they said, if I thought it was entertaining, or even just the most random things, I would give it a random number, and at the end I would just add it all up. And about halfway through, I realized it didn't make any sense at all.
Because you're just giving these numbers, and then what does the numbers do?
For at least two of them, I forgot why. And I was writing down notes almost the entire time. But
I would say that 0 being not a weenie and 10 being a weenie. So for this one, I would say probably like a 4.
Okay.
Maybe a 3.
We're not doing that this time.
Okay.
I'm just going.
Well, I just wanted to play along. Can you
Maybe
blame
next
a girl?
time. Maybe next time. But I'm gonna shake it up, and I'm just gonna take all the pressure off me, and I'm not gonna vote. You're gonna vote.
Oh, I'm gonna vote.
Anyway, we have a whole comment to get through. Your wife has had a stressful time at work. The trip to the cabin is an escape for her. No finger lifting, no hosting. So what do? You invite your dad. Knowing from past experience, your mom will likely jump in because, as you say, all she does is... Oh, she does this all the time. And then you leave the two of them to it because you and your dad are gone fishing. Bet you two had a great time. Then you come back to find your wife has been made to feel uncomfortable and restricted in her own family's place. I guess I misunderstood the purpose of... I thought she was inconveniencing the dad. Never mind. They're in it together. That makes her even worse.
So that means that like they were like, yeah, it's happened before. Like, why didn't you? I feel like this is just a miscommunication, but also it could be that like the mother just does not care. And I've seen a lot of these stories where the mother is just like, yeah, it's my child. It's very weird, like Oedipus kind of, where it's like the mother just wants to be in the son's life to a point where she doesn't want the wife there. And it's like the mom was fine cooking. Like she cooked for them while she was there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's not an issue of like the mom's made to do something. It's that the mom like wants to be with the son. Not like weirdly sexual, but like in like...
We didn't have to... We didn't gloss over that fact.
I feel like I have to preface.
I was like, your voice got really low there for a second. What's going on? What are you thinking? I mean, you have to be careful on the internet nowadays. Yeah, anything.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Anything can be twisted. He's not the weenie for wanting... If the wife knew that the dad was going to come, he's not the weenie. But if he sprung this on the wife and was like, hey, we're already halfway here... by the way, my dad's coming. You're a weenie because you don't care about your wife. That's what it comes down to, is that you don't care enough to take your wife's feelings into consideration, because now your wife feels like she's putting on a show. Bottom line is, if he invited the dad without the wife knowing, you're a weenie.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. This next one might make you scream out loud. This was posted by Toll Out Tao. It's always fun to read these sometimes because I butcher them, but I just accept it
because I can't do it.
I remember texting you and asking you if you wanted to read any, and you were very upfront. Nope.
I'll give commentary all day long. I will not read. Yeah. I'm bad. illiterate almost.
Are you actually illiterate?
No, but I did go to the high school I went to, and they did not help. They did not help.
Was it how many kids were in your graduating class?
lot.
Just give me an idea. 1,000.
I
Let me guess. 1,000.
I feel like it was less. I feel like it was like 800.
Okay.
We had a lot of kids, and like I get it, the teachers, but like, help me. I'm stupid. Please.
My graduating class was 45 kids.
I wish. Everybody gets a little time to focus. Perfect.
Yep.
They like threw us to the wolves. They were like, yeah, go play dodgeball, whatever. It's fine. Run the track.
Yeah. Rub some dirt in that cut, Jimmy.
Get up. Stop being dramatic. I'm like, my arm's missing.
Anyway, am I the weenie for being loud when my roommate has sex?
I know why you picked this.
I currently live in a student house with 3 other people. The downstairs room is connected to the kitchen/dining area. The roommate, who sleeps in this room, asked for this specifically. Recently, he's been bringing his girlfriend around our house every single day. They've been dating a few years, but we've only just met her. They're constantly in the kitchen and his bedroom with the door open, which makes it a bit awkward to be in there at times. They have sex so loud. Going downstairs has become a nightmare because we constantly have to listen to the two going at it. They usually have sex in the middle of the day as well, the exact times people are going into the kitchen to make lunch and dinner. I've brought this up to him a few times, and he said that we never give him any rules when he asked if he could bring her around, but obviously we didn't expect to be hearing them having it constantly. I asked him to play music and or put the television on in the background while he was having sex, and he refused and told us that he likes hearing his girlfriend when they're having sex, so he won't be doing that.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
You know what? You kind of almost have to give him points for being so upfront about it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's kind of insane. There's only a few times in my life where I've been actually legitimately speechless. This would be probably number 1 if this happened to me.
If this happened to me, first of all, I want to say that I'd be mortified because that's crazy that you would just do not care.
Yeah.
But it would make me angry because it's like, first of all, you feel like basic common decency. You shouldn't have to tell people that.
No.
Be like, yeah, could you not have sex with the door open and like
It
very
sounds
loud?
like they have 3 square sexes a day.
I mean, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You gotta eat.
Yeah.
You gotta eat.
Yeah, but eventually, when you get older, you just don't have time to. How are they finding the time, Ryan?
I bet you that they're like, I bet you it's the situation where like if the kid has money and like he's just giving them money for rent and he's not actually working, so he just does this.
His dad owns the fucking building.
I would bet money. I would say that he probably owns the building, and they're getting off scot-free.
Maybe they make spicy content, and that's how they make their income.
Okay,
nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing at all. But that's crazy because now you have to pay them your roommate's commission.
Exactly.
Because they're part of it.
To combat this, every time we go into the kitchen and we can hear them having sex, we've started playing music ourselves or putting on a TV show on loud to drown them out, which he said he's not very happy with, and it ruins the mood for him. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, boo-fucking-hoo,
I'm still
buddy.
baffled that he's like, I like being able to hear her. Get over yourself. Like...
I don't care about them having sex. I just don't want to hear the bed banging, the moaning, and the conversation that happens. It's annoying, and it makes it uncomfortable to be in my own house. Just, so how was your day? They're doing their taxes together.
He's like, oh, yeah. Take that other 200 out. We need it for taxes later.
Don't forget our 4 dependents.
I don't know how taxes work.
You've never paid your taxes. I remember you telling me in confidence that one time that you've never paid your taxes before.
I've paid my taxes. I pay somebody to do my taxes for me.
Oh, I just do TurboTax, which is...
That's too much. Again, high school brain was not good at math, was not good at English, was not good at social studies. I was a theater gay, and I spent every day in that theater. That's where I was.
I loved my high school drama class.
It regal.
That was a fun time. I remember we covered comedy, and we all got a chance to show 2 videos. I showed.
I want to know.
Do you remember Mad TV?
Yes.
Coach Hines, Keegan Michael Key, played a gym coach, and he had his shorts up to here, and
I vaguely remember
yellow polo just tucked in, and he would always do like things with his like legs and whatnot. It's so fucking funny. They did a skit where he comes in and it opens kind of like he's giving a halftime speech, and he's pissed, right?
I do remember this.
And then when it cuts to the players, they're all in costume because he got stuck directing the school musical because the teacher had a heart attack.
He's such a powerhouse of comedy.
He's
too.
so funny. Him and Jordan Peele. And I'm really glad that Jordan Peele has been doing horror for the last couple years.
And they're so good.
Yeah. So yeah, is OP the weenie?
Oh, I was thinking that something was going to come out of it.
There is.
He isn't. The roommate is a monster.
a demon living in society.
Coming from somebody that had to deal with a roommate having like sex in a shared, not in a shared space, but like vocally around a shared space, it's so uncomfortable. It's like you don't even care that there are people around. You're just like, yeah, let's go. Like, that's crazy. And then we would just sit there, and it's like, first of all, it wouldn't last that long, but it was like,
You didn't have to go there.
It was like we would be sitting there, and all of a sudden you'd hear something, and you'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like it's just
And then you'd also hear a second, "Oh my god."
Well, you hear a lot of "Oh my gods." Oh my god! No, that's all I'm thinking about.
I brought him on this show to torture him with memories of his past.
I'm ready for it. Reliving in my own personal hell. That's what I get. OP is not the weenie, and I would like to hear somebody try to spin that he is. You all pay rent. You all go to shared spaces. Like, don't do that. Don't be that guy that has vocal sex while all your roommates are there. Actually, the only thing I can think about is like, if there's no time, like if there's always somebody,
there's no time.
Well, like if it's like there's always somebody there and they're always doing something.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Like there's not a good time to do stuff. But
Right.
It's like maybe when everyone goes to sleep, then you could do that, or like maybe you put pillows behind the headboard,
Yeah.
so that we're not hearing that.
Or maybe put cotton balls in your mouth and just
smother them to death.
not that you won't hear them as much.
I think that they would run, especially the way that OP's roommate sounds. It sounds like she would choke on the cotton balls. It sounds like they're really going through the ringer. He was like, "Yeah, I like how she sounds." Ugh.
One day, one of the roommates comes home and there's an ambulance outside because
like,
can you imagine going because you choked on cotton balls?
I mean,
Having
I've
sex.
heard horror stories about going to the ER with that stuff. I would not be surprised. Also, skinny girl queen tip: if you want to lose weight, eat cotton balls. That's a Scream Queens shout out for y'all.
Yeah, because if you make it and you don't choke on them, you'll go to the hospital and maybe get your stomach. No, it wouldn't make it all the way down there.
It's literally because you just dip a cotton ball in sauce and you eat it, and the cotton ball,
You suck on the cotton ball. It's just maybe 2 extra calories you don't need per cotton ball.
Oh, listen, I'm a big girl. I need that sauce on those things. I need those extra calories. I'm gonna suck that cotton ball dry.
You're a growing boy.
I'm a growing boy.
So there's an update.
Oh, excited.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Sorry, it's been so long, but I thought I'd give an update. It never changed.
No.
We tried blasting music, being loud, letting them know we were cooking, literally asking. They had Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen shouting
You
at the door.
fucking asshole.
We're trying to make a meal in here.
Stop talking to each other.
They never stopped, but they have slowed down with time.
Because they're getting old.
Yeah, they're 80 now. We turned it into entertainment instead. We played stupid music. Thank you for your suggestions. And did karaoke in the kitchen. We did invite friends over, not with the intent that they listen because we didn't want to put our friends to that. But if they did, we did make it a big deal. Yeah, can you imagine just when they're done, they walk out and there's just 30 people standing outside the door, just silently. No, they start booing.
Boo, you lasted too long. Said no one ever.
It was plenty uncomfortable, but it's become a norm now, much to our disappointment. We're moving out in November, and the roommate is moving back home to London, so we won't have to deal with it much longer. London!
That's why he does it. I'm from London. I don't care.
We did walk into the kitchen last week and saw his girlfriend with a huge dildo attached to her.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It wasn't the girl screaming. It was the boy. Oh my god! Could you imagine? I would be at a loss. I'd be like, but it all makes sense.
That would actually top the, no pun intended, my last speechless moment. What was the speechless moment that I said? It would be, if someone came up to me and said that.
I like hearing her.
Yeah. But we don't have to go that far. But we
it.
remember. But good for them, I suppose. We did make fun of them a little too hard, did we? Well, actually, we didn't really make fun of them.
I think that that person deserves it.
They learned to close the door eventually because we just carried on cooking with headphones on. Anyway, I'm moving out to live with a friend who's very respectful, and I'm excited to see where my life is going. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, well, I mean, that's kind of a good... You know what I just thought of?
What?
They probably had to break up because he moved back to London. You know damn well she wasn't going back to London with him. And her strap on. That's crazy.
Maybe he took it. Imagine he took it.
He did. Oh, with the strap on?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. That's crazy. It puts a whole different spin on that story. Because you know damn well that wasn't that girl making that noise.
The top comment, how on earth does he think this is okay? Quote unquote, we didn't give him any boundaries. I'm sorry, but what sort of idiot thinks you need to have a discussion about him having loud sex midday near a communal area? Not the weenie. But if it was me, I would start making things extra awkward. Like bring a conductor's baton and start pretending to conduct them as they're doing it with the music you put on. Then again, I'm extremely petty and just watch Secrets of My Success, so that might have had something to do with that idea.
I'm so baffled that you just belched like that. You did say excuse me. Okay.
Did I say excuse me?
I don't know, but excuse you.
I just did.
Yeah. They said something at the end where they were in the story. They were like, before the karaoke part, they said that they were doing something, and that's something that I like. What did they say?
Putting on a TV show?
No, it was like they were.
Oh, in the update?
Yeah.
They had headphones on?
No, it was like they were doing something. This is the problem, is that I just forget things. So I'm like listening to you.
Obviously, me too.
I know, but you're reading it, and I'm like, oh yeah, keep that in the back of my mind. I'm like, yeah.
But what's sadder, someone that can't see what's being read, or the person that's actually reading the text that can't remember things when I have it right in the palm of my hand? You know, we think about things every single day, and we don't know why we think them. But sometimes we have that urge to just reach into our pocket and take out that little computer, you know, the one that it's not in my pocket right now, but I'm already starting to get anxiety thinking about it. You know, that's why we have a problem, everybody. There's an epidemic that we have on our hands, and it's called technology. Right now, my heartbeat, I'm sure you can probably tell by the way my voice is spacing out a little bit that I'm starting to get a little anxious, and I'm wondering why. And it's because I realized that the one thing that my entire life is on, whether I subconsciously wanted to or not, is no longer within my vicinity. And it's starting to freak me the fuck out.
I thought it was just me that was making you angsty.
No, you're fine.
Wild. He said something about how, it was the playing music. Do you know how fast I would play the Venga Bus song? Like, they're like doing it like, the Venga Bus is coming. Do, 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 do.
Every time I hear that song, I think of the old man.
Yep. The old man from Six Flags. Y'all will remember that.
Can you imagine Six Flags comes out with a new old man, but it's AI generated old man?
And it looks just slightly like the old one.
but scarier. Just slightly scarier because you know it's not real.
What's that called where it's like a person looks like a person, but they're not a person? Or they kind of
A
look like...
skinwalker?
No. Yes. They almost look like a person, but it's like there's like their eyes are too far apart, or like their mouth is too small or something.
Oh, no.
What is
no,
it
no.
called? In the comments below, tell us what the word is that I want, because you all know it. What do you think? I feel like
I know I said I wasn't going to give what I think.
I want to know. People want to know.
Well, you have to take your roommates into consideration. I understand there's a lot of basic, human wants and needs and whatnot being involved here. But when you live with other people, you got to find some other time or some other place if you can. And I know that that's not everybody can't do that because nobody wants to just go out to like a park in their car or just get a motel or a hotel room or whatever.
Wait, I have to interject.
What?
I had an ex that neither of us could, like, for the gays, neither of us could host. And, like, we made it work. First of all, damn well I wasn't bringing, like, we weren't doing the hanky-panky around our parents. I would get hotels, like, it was once a week.
Yeah.
And we would get, like, a hotel room once a week, stay in it for 2 days, and then we would go home. And it's like, it's not
pretty romantic, actually, if you want to make it that.
But it's also not super expensive. It was like I want to say it was like $180 for 2 nights.
Yeah.
That's not bad. 2 nights of freedom.
Yep.
You can do whatever you want. There's a shower in there.
Did they have free breakfast included with the stay? No.
You had to pay for breakfast. It was not. I don't think it's. I think it's continental breakfast. They didn't have that. They were in this economy. No.
This next post was posted by Sufficient Thai 1708. Am I the weenie for not telling a woman she was about to sit and poop?
Excited to see where this goes.
I, 26 male, was at a crowded park recently where there were food trucks set up and people sitting around eating. Seating was pretty limited, and most people were sitting on this low concrete wall that runs along the edge of a parking lot. On the other side of the wall is a grassy area that's level with the top of the wall, so people sit with their backs towards the grass and legs facing the lot. I had just gotten my food when I noticed the only free spot left. At the same time, I saw a girl, well dressed for the park and also walking toward it. She saw it first and was headed that way, but I was closer and got there before her, despite her running when she saw me approaching it. As I got to it, I looked down at the grass behind the wall and saw a big pile of dog poo, right where someone's lower back or clothes would land if they leaned or sat back. It was pretty gross, and I decided not to sit. Right then, she walked up and looked annoyed, saying, "Seriously? I was going to sit there." I didn't want to make a thing of it, so I just stepped aside and said, "Go ahead. You can have it." She immediately sat down without checking behind her, and a second later jumped up with a disgusted look on her face. The poop was stuck to the back of her skirt. People are already hating us for like kind of laughing about this.
Get fogged.
She turned to me and snapped, "Why didn't you say anything?" I told her, "I saw it. Yeah, but I didn't know how you were planning to sit. For all I knew, you were just going to perch on the edge or sit upright. It's a park. People walk their dogs here. You've got to check before sitting down." She kept insisting I should have warned her, but I told her I wasn't trying to be petty. I genuinely didn't know how far back she was going to lean or sit, and it wasn't really my responsibility to check the ground for her. She could have sat only on the wall and not the grass and would have been fine. She eventually walked off frustrated, but now I'm wondering if I should have said something anyway. But I feel like, especially since she was so confrontational about the spot, it wasn't really necessary. So, am I the weenie? Yes.
Being a petty person and had that first interaction that she had, you were absolutely the weenie. Absolutely. And I would have done it too. I would have said, "You know what? Sit." Because him explaining that he didn't know how she was going to sit, you've seen us do it. We've been wiggling around the whole time.
I've been trying not to, but I just realized my leg's falling asleep.
Mine is too. But
You can readjust.
No, it's fine. But we're wiggling around, we're moving and stuff. He knew that she was gonna sit back. They were both running for that spot, and then she was like,
Oh, they both sound equally miserable, maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had myself be in a position where, unless there was like a seat to avoid getting crushed by a meteor or something like that, I would run. If there's a seat that I really want and someone else wants it, I'm not going to necessarily be so inclined to just run to
It's
it
not
and
that
beat them out of it.
serious.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not that serious.
Like you wouldn't catch me dead running for a spot in front of other people to be like, aha, got it.
Chances are, wherever else you find seating, it's probably not going to have poopy at it.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, I don't think that OP is the weenie, but like it's because I would do it. I feel like everybody else should say that he is a weenie.
I think he's the weenie.
I agree.
You can stand on your.
I stand on business.
Stand on business and say that he is not.
I would absolutely let that girl sit in dog poop because she ran for that spot. She saw that I didn't take that spot. Why? That's the other thing. I would be like, why did that person just run for the spot and then walk away?
Actually, you got a good
Like,
point there.
come on, just put it together.
Yeah.
2 + 2, like
It could have been
6.
an everyone sucks here, but this is also Reddit. They don't get paid to think.
Exactly. It's you just post what you want to post, and that's that girl.
This next post was posted by Dying is Stressful. Would I be the weenie if I take over planning my funeral from my very religious parents?
Ooh.
Hello, all. Well, if it isn't already obvious from the title, I am dying. I don't feel the details are super relevant to issue at hand, but for those who are curious about my ultimate demise, I have cystic fibrosis, and after 2 rejected lung transplants, I've been told there isn't anything they can do except keep me comfortable in my last few weeks. I've begun my preparations for my funeral, and such while I was thinking it would be a breath of fresh air in this whirlwind of death, I could not have been more wrong.
That's so sad, especially because it's like, sorry, cutting in. He had 2 lung transplants and they both failed. That's fucking insane.
Yeah,
It's really sad.
it is really sad.
Continue.
My parents are both strict Southern Baptists and want a very traditional funeral. This includes hymns to be sung during the memorial, a casket and graveside service, a viewing, countless prayers during the memorial, scripture to be read, etc. My issue with this is, well, everything. I'm the complete opposite of my parents. Not religious, curse like a sailor, drink like the Irish, you name it. Everything they're wanting and attempting to plan is not me as a person. I've somehow made it to 25 and managed to meet the man of my dreams and marry him last year, and he is torn. He wants me to have it exactly as I want. He just doesn't want to have to deal with my parents after the fact while actively grieving. I have 2 siblings, one of which is a clone of my parents, and one is a mixture of my parents and myself. I want my service to be one full of laughter, funny stories, and pictures, upbeat music, cats, parentheses, my husband and I are avid cat lovers. I want confetti and shit. But more importantly, I want to be cremated and put in a fucking cat-shaped urn. I told my husband I wanted my ashes to be handed out like party favors, so my family and friends can take me with them because I love to travel. And he looked horrified. My parents are absolutely not on board and are essentially planning everything how they want, attempting to take me, quote-unquote, shopping for a casket, flowers, picking out hymns and verses, the whole deal. I'm obviously not very pleased. So my question is, would I be the weenie if I took control of my own funeral and wrote a will to be followed exactly how I want it? I understand my parents are grieving, and I've tried to compromise with a mixture of both my views and theirs, but they aren't having it. I never thought dying would be so fucking stressful, and I just want to enjoy what time I have left without leaving a bomb of emotion and disappointment behind. Please help.
That's so upsetting. And like, first of all,
This person sounds like a very fantastic person.
Yes.
Like they lived life to the fullest.
and which it's not that full. It's 25.
Yeah.
When you're dying, it's not about anybody else but you. When you die, like my personal belief is when you die, you should do what you want to do because it's your last song and dance.
Yes.
So like for OP to be like, I don't, because like that's kind of how like I think I want my funeral to be, is that hymns, all that Southern Baptist stuff. I mean, like Catholic, Christian, all of those, they're all kind of the same where it's like a death march and it's so depressing. I think people our age know that like a lot of older people want the tradition.
Yeah, the tradition of it.
Exactly. But like people our age are like, it's already depressed. Like I'm dead. That's depressing. It's like, let's celebrate my life. Let's have a party. Let's do stuff. I think that I hate to say this, but like fuck your parents. I understand that they're gonna grieve, but like you're dying.
They shouldn't be imposing their desires over your final wish.
Which also, the partner is getting put into a bad spot because
Yeah.
the partner has to deal with the fallout.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, if OP's partner wants to have a relationship with OP's brother and sister, like, or whatever they are after the death, it's like, if that's up to them. But OP's partner following their wishes and stuff,
Yeah,
it's going to
the
put him in a
parents.
bad spot.
Yeah. The funerals I've been to for my family, it's usually been, you have your traditional Catholic funeral, but then you go to a bar or like a place and everyone's having a good time as much as you could be having a good time. People are talking and getting together and, it sucks.
But like, you're celebrating the memory of that person.
Yeah. So, but I can imagine some very like more traditional Catholic things kind of just being like, oh my God, the only meal we have is communion and then we go home and cry.
Not the biscuit, not the dry biscuit with
the Jesus
old
biscuit.
Wine. Jesus is a biscuit. It's a drag queen thing.
Yeah.
I'm still baffled that OP's parents are like, no, like we're not doing what you wish. That is your dying wish. Just let the poor person do it.
So yeah, we have an update, everybody. Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you for the kind words, support, and love that everyone has offered and given. These weeks have been the most difficult I have ever experienced, and it is with great sadness that I tell you all that my beautiful and cat-crazy wife has passed.
No. Oh, this is the partner updating.
Yeah. I had to cut this short due to character limits. Sorry, all. But she did leave you all a note. I've copied everything verbatim below. She truly loved everyone and was smiling so much after her first post. I'll take my leave here. Much love. Reddit. If you're reading this, I'm dead. Pretty to be crazy talking to a dead person, eh? It feels a bit strange to be writing this. If it feels a bit disconnected, I'm sorry. I have to take frequent breaks as I get tired pretty quickly now. My husband offered to write these words. Such a sweet ham, I know. But be nice to him, okay? I wanted my last words to be written by me. Long story short, we talked to my parents. A lot of people asked about why my husband wasn't planning the funeral, and my parents were taking control. Honestly, my parents didn't take the news of my passing to come well, and I suppose their closure was to try to take control of what they could. I'm not angry at them for it. I understand. They'd already prepaid a large portion of the service, and to put it plain and simple, it was a shit hand they were dealt. So, we talked to them. I laid it all out for them, and somehow we reached a compromise. Lots of tears, lots of hugs, and surprisingly, lots of laughs. They admitted they had been losing their faith with everything that had happened, and their way to attempt to find it again was to take control and guide me into the afterlife. I explained that I am not them, but their daughter who wanted to live her last weeks in peace, not the turmoil they were putting me through. And while a lot of people stated that funerals are for the living, true, I firmly believe that a funeral is for the living to remember that person as who they were, not what anyone else wanted them to be. My parents seemed to understand when I told them that. They were not on board with the party favor aspect, though. Kind of a bummer. Pretty lucky to plan my own funeral, honestly. But now that it's all said and done, thank you guys. I was blown away by the responses. I was moved to tears, and I wish I had the chance to meet every single one of you. Y'all be good now, all right? Take it one day at a time and fucking enjoy yourself. You only get one life. Unless you're someone who has survived death, then you're just a fucking hero and probably a cat with a few lives to spare. I love you all. I'm resting easy now. This disease sucks, and I'm happy to be rid of it. And laugh and love and cry and be sad. Shit happens. I've got to go now. I'm going to go snuggle my husband and my cats. Keep it real, Reddit. Love you all.
That's so sad. That's what they wanted. They wanted to plan their thing. They got to, minus the party favors. But that's so sad.
Yeah. We usually don't read posts like this on the show because I'm always like scared to, because it's just, we
sad.
Mostly do very, not just that it's sad, but we do very goofy, like wild stories and kind of just react to them. So it's kind of this weird, I don't want to say it like in a bad way, that the episode comes to a screeching halt, but when it comes time to actually stop the jokes and actually talk about something that's serious, I do like that sometimes, but sometimes I worry that this is all a show. This is someone's real life.
Yeah. But,
So,
I mean, real life, like everything, has its ups and its downs. We can't live in this, like, fake world where it's always happy all the time. Like, it's not realistic. I think that OP put it very beautifully, that, like, it's not for
the parents.
Yeah.
It's for them.
Yeah. And it's for them to remember that person how they were.
Right.
So, like, we give all the love to OP and OP's family, because at the end of the day, they did what they wanted.
They did in their own way. They did come around
Yeah.
to it.
And that's all you can do.
And that is going to conclude this episode of Am I the Weenie from Spicy Reddit Stories. Ryan, thank you so much for coming on the show. This has been a joy to sit down and do this with you. I'm going to need a minute to recover after that story, but if you guys want these episodes on the go, you can get them on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. And there's also a playlist at the end of this video where you can watch 100 some odd episodes of Spicy Reddit Stories. Where can everyone find you?
I believe my Instagram is Eros the God, if you want to follow me there.
So conceited.
Stop it. My TikTok is Loudly Yours Podcast. You could also follow my Instagram at Loudly Yours Podcast. And I'm really happy that I got to be here with you and we experienced this together. I hope that I will be invited back. And I hope that... Rude. And cut. Thank God, too, because my Tootsies are